Hello and welcome to the Master of Social Work Program Orientation at Alliant International University. First, your entire team wants to welcome you. Speaking today for this orientation presentation is myself, Dr. Megan Hampton. I am the Alliant Master of Social Work Program Director and Assistant Professor of Social Work. In addition to your team member, a person that you're going to get to know really well is Dr. Sarah Strayer. Dr. Strayer is the Alliant Master of Social Work Director of Field Education. Additionally, we have Dr. Felicia Wilson, Dr. Brittany Wichuku, Dr. Brittany Davis, and Dr. Shanae Shaw. Rounding out your Alliant MSW team member is your designated MSW advisor, Sabrina Steiner. Sabrina has been with the Alliant MSW program since its inception, and she was kind enough to share a little bit about herself. Sabrina is your go-to person for all things related to the MSW program. She is absolutely delightful and wonderfully helpful for our students. We've got a brief agenda today related to the orientation because many of you guys have already been to the university-wide orientation. So today we're going to discuss the overview of the MSW program, tips and tricks related to communication, where you can find Alliant policies and resources, and then finally, just a brief conversation about MSW practicum. First, let's start with the MSW program mission and goals. It's the mission of the Alliant International University Master of Social Work program to prepare clinically focused, competent scholar practitioners who promote social and economic justice through inclusive, ethical social work practice that focuses not only on individuals, but families and groups in diverse cultures and communities. The goals of the MSW program are at Alliant International University are to prepare students with knowledge, values, and skills for clinical practice. The Alliant MSW program also seeks to prepare students for ethical, competent, inclusive social work. We seek to prepare students to be critical consumers of research and understand the relevance and application of evidence-based practice. And finally, the program seeks to prepare its students to engage in practices that advance social, economic, and environmental justice. The Alliant MSW program aligns with the 9 CSWE competencies. The Alliant MSW program focuses on competencies 1 through 9. Competency 1 is demonstrating ethical and professional behavior. 2, engaging in diversity and difference in practice. 3, advancing human rights. 4, we want to engage in practice, engage in policy, engage with individuals, families, groups, and organizations, in addition to communities. And then finally, we want to also assess, intervene, and evaluate those same groups, individuals, families, organizations, and communities. You will hear your social work faculty talking a lot about these 9 competencies brought to us by the Council on Social Work Education, or CSWE. You'll hear it in your very first classes, the Science of Social Work, human behavior and the social environment, and of course in public welfare policies as well. These 9 competencies shape our entire curriculum related to social work education. Here also is a snapshot of the MSW curriculum for year 1. Semester 1, students are going to be taking those 3 courses I just highlighted: Science of Social Work, Human Behavior and the Social Environment, and Public Welfare Policy. To the right, there's a brief description so you can get a better idea of what to expect within those courses. As students advance successfully from semester 1 to semester 2, we focus on Foundation of Social Work Practice 1, Field Seminar and Practicum 1, and Social Work and Addiction. Finally, in semester 3 of year 1, students advance to Foundation of Social Work Research, Social Justice and Inclusive Social Work Practice, followed by Foundation of Social Work Practice 2. Moving into the MSW curriculum for year 2, students in the first semester focus on assessment and diagnosis of mental health conditions, crisis and trauma in social work, advanced social work practice 3, advanced social work policy and social justice brings us the first class in semester 2 of year 2, followed by advanced social work practice 4 and field seminar and practicum 2. The final semester of the MSW program finds us focusing on advanced social work research, integrative seminar, and the final field seminar and practicum class. Moving on to our next agenda item, which is communication. It is very important in your Master of Social Work program that we're focusing on appropriate professional communication. We only communicate via your Alliant email. Please make sure that you are downloading your email on devices that are readily available. For most of us nowadays, that is our cell phone. If you need additional information on how to download also things like the Alliant app, the Alliant Help Desk is wonderfully assistive in that process. Also, tips and tricks are downloaded on the Alliant student portal. We spoke earlier about your first point of contact for the MSW program. Each of you first received emails from Sabrina Steiner outlining things like new student orientation and your master plan of study. Sabrina is going to be your first person of contact in most cases. So please make sure that you are building that healthy relationship with Sabrina. Your second point of contact related to curriculum or related to questions related to your courses, of course, is going to be that faculty person or that instructor for your respective course. For example, if you have questions about an assignment related to the science of social work, you will first reach out to your instructor. If there are situations that you have brought to your instructor's attention and you don't feel like you're getting a response, or you don't feel like your response or the solution to your situation has been resolved, Then you would contact the next person in the chain of command, and that's myself, Dr. Megan Hampton, as the program director. Please realize that your faculty all have office hours to be able to be readily available for you. Faculty will generally have 1 hour of standing office hours for you. We've found that there isn't necessarily a specific day or time that works best for all students. So you will notice that faculty office hours are staggered. A lot of faculty will meet during lunchtime for those students that are working to be able to potentially take a quick break and hop on those office hours. And then, of course, faculty are always available to meet by appointment for specific requests that students have. We've talked a lot about Sabrina. Please, please, please make sure that you're communicating with Sabrina as well, related to attendance, questions about your master plan of study, questions about classes that you'll be taking the next semester as well. She is, again, a wealth of information. As a Master of Social Work student at Alliant International University, it is required that students abide by the NASW Code of Ethics. The Code of Ethics can be located here in this link. It is also discussed heavily in all of your social work classes. I recommend that you review that very early on in week 1 or week 2 of the program. Alliant also has an MSW Student and Practicum Handbook. These two handbooks are available in the Alliant MSW Canvas page that all of you will be added to. In addition to policies such as the NASW Code of Ethics, the University Handbook, and the Practicum Handbook, students are required to abide by the Alliant Student Code of Conduct and attendance policy. Both of those are located in this link below. I also strongly recommend that you take a look at the academic calendar as well. Alliant also offers a variety of organizations to its students, both at the university level and then social work specific organizations. These were highlighted in the new student orientation. I would highly recommend that you attempt to engage in these associations and organizations. I will also do a plug for our social work specific organizations. The MSW Student Association is very important to our program and to our faculty. That is currently being led, the faculty liaison for that is Dr. Brittany Wachuku. We are consistently looking for new members to be able to join that student association. There are also outside associations such as the NASW. There are California chapters, there are national chapters as well. Phi Alpha Honor Society, Dr. Sarah Strayer is the faculty liaison for the Phi Alpha Honor Society. And then we also have an Alliant School Social Work Advisory Council where we solicit feedback from MSW students to be able to, in turn, provide implications for program assessment. MSW field education is something that I am sure all of you are thinking about. Dr. Sarah Strayer will guide you through that process and has done a video for each of you as well. And finally, we want to send a genuine welcome to the program. We are so excited that you chose Alliant and to be a part of this learning process. We also have each of the faculty bios at the end of this PowerPoint presentation for you to take a look to see who is part of your team.